revenge from yesterday's shock defeat?
Well, d4, knight f6, c4, and is Praggnanandhaa
Bogo-Indian. Bishop b4 check.
See whether he was going to challenge in the center, and Praggnanandhaa says no. Okay, he blocked the check with a knight, and now he's capturing that knight with the queen. What do we think about this type of position? This is a solid one for black.
It's a long theory. I used to enjoy playing the white side of this line of the Bogo-Indian. When my opponents played knight d2, I didn't like going for this particular setup because after the move bishop b2, you'll say to yourself, well, this bishop is actually on a poor diagonal. And that is the case. It truly is. But it also means that whenever you play c7, c5, you're doing me a solid favor.
Yeah, totally.
Open up that diagonal. Thank you. So it means that for black, it's very hard for black to get counterplay in the center based upon c5 and or e5 because you'll do so at the cost of opening up the bishop. Now, bishop e2, I don't think that was a very accurate move by Magnus. Rook c1, rook d1, queen c2, much more common, bishop e2, and Pragg said, okay, you're losing in tempo. I'll play d takes c5, and you can see that Magnus has played bishop e2 and bishop takes c4. So now there is one critical question to ask. Should I capture on f3 and double the pawns?
As
shaking
much
your head,
as
no?
I like to inflict some pawn weaknesses on my opponent, in this case, no, this bishop is beautiful there on the long diagonal.
Well,
and
what he's done.
Praggnanandhaa decides to accelerate the play, strike whilst the white king is in the middle of the board. I mean, yes, this bishop on b2 looks very impressive now, but it actually is not participating in anything concrete. You know, black has access to the beautiful e4 square. The queen can centralize, the two rooks can connect. I'm a big fan of connecting rooks.
Yeah, of course, we should. We should all aspire to connect our rooks. I'll have to disagree with you, though. That bishop on b2 is going to be a lurking monster for quite a while. You're right, nothing concrete and immediate. No. Nothing concrete and immediate for white, but there's always, the threat is stronger than the execution. One day when that diagonal is open, it's going to be a big, massive advantage white. We'll see what Pragg is going to do. He's got to do something. there something more?
Well, you also have the queen giving a check and then e4. That's a possibility as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Although you
Taking
then
advantage
have
of
to
the pin.
work out the consequences because black does have an asset there on a4.
We've always got to cover with I love queen c8 check, followed by e4. I think Magnus is trying to understand in his mind mentally what's the difference. Which check will be better? Check on d8, check on c8, play e4. You can't play e4 immediately because our queen is hanging.
He's gone for queen
queen
c8.
c8 check, and we would assume e4 is his next follow-up. As you said, there is an
7
8 pawn.
seconds. And he decides first to capture on a4,
Okay.
eliminate the risk there. He has e4 in his pocket. How is black going to get out of the pin? And Pragg quickly puts the queen on d6.
Allowing queen takes a6.
Yeah,
Let's snip a pawn.
and Magnus goes for it.
And very quickly, you can't trade queens. That's just acquiescing to a lost game. Now I think it's time to just come back, whether to e2 or f1. Enjoy the fact that we're actually a pawn to the good, and we're in a little bit of a pin as well. Queen to c5. Okay. Well, no, it's time to queen b5.
5 and now queen c2. Pragg is trying.
Oh yes, he
This
is.
is just he's in hustle mode.
Yes.
And knight takes bishop, and
Ooh, there
Magnus
goes a
wins
pawn.
the e5 pawn with check. Pragg 6 seconds on the clock.
Will we see another queen ending? Queen check, queen takes b6, queen takes e2, king b7, king g2. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're up 2 pawns and a queen ending. That should be enough.
That's very clinical. And
Very nice.
also another possibility is perhaps to go a5.
Yes, also very strong.
And again, to update you on the results, Gukesh won against his countrymate Arjun Eric Icy. It's a nice bounce back there from the
Bishop
17-year-old.
b5. Too many pawns. Too many pawns. You like that? That was
Very good.
my attempt at humor. Too early. Bishop b5. Trying to play good minor piece versus bad minor piece. In other words, dominate the knight.
a4, the knight moves quickly to c8. But the white king is completely safe and this bishop is dominant. And we see a handshake there from Praggnanandhaa.
Wow, very
And
impressive game by
Magnus,
Magnus.
he means business.
He does. Now, what happened in the way he